All right, Al, thanks. And now to an alligator encounter caught on camera in North Carolina. This video has gone viral. Fred Boyce is a herpetologist who's worked with wild animals many times, but things went pretty badly for him recently when an 8-foot alligator he was trying to capture suddenly turned on him. Luckily, Fred avoided serious injury, and he's with us now. Fred, good morning to you.
Good morning.
Well, first things first.
And don't take this personally. Excuse me?
Oh, go ahead. What were you going to say?
Don't take this personally, but I may have been more comfortable in the ditch with the alligator than I am right now.
Oh, well, Fred, this is going to be a lot easier, let me tell you, because I don't bite.
This is definitely not part of the plan.
well, let's talk first about how you're doing. I know you've got a bandaged arm. You feel okay?
I feel fine. I mean, as far as the arm goes. But I wasn't really, the Today Show was pretty far from my mind when I was out in a remote area of eastern North Carolina in a ditch.
But now this video we're looking at has gone viral. Many people in the country have seen it, and they have a question, Fred. What were you thinking throwing that towel over his head and trying to capture that big alligator?
Well, I obviously wasn't thinking about the digital age that we live in and handheld video cameras. I wish I'd have been thinking more about that. And I was basically thinking about this situation that we had that wasn't too good. Actually, the alligator was in someone's front yard. There was a house very close by with small children, and it was right next to a highway that is a lot of pretty high-speed traffic passes by, especially at night.
So you
the
felt
alligator
like
had been left there, for instance, all night.
Yeah, you felt like you had to do
a serious accident.
Yeah, as I understand, you felt like you had to do something.
I felt like I did because I was expecting some other people to have come and responded. In fact, I was told that that some wildlife officials were going to be there responding to the scene. And I was really just expecting to take some pictures and see an alligator and, maybe lend a hand if they needed one, but otherwise stay out of the way. And when I got there, I was really surprised to hear that they weren't responding. Somebody told me that they weren't going to come and it was all up to us.
Well, Fred,
there was a woman with small kids, and she was pretty concerned about this alligator being right in their front yard.
Sure. Let's talk about what the plan was.
I would have loved to have just left it there.
Yeah, well, I think people want to know
well, as far as the towel goes, alligators are very closely related to birds. They're actually more closely related to birds than they are to other reptiles, and they have some bird-like qualities. If you can manage to close their eyes or cover their eyes, it calms them down. I really was not equipped, I really kind of didn't feel good about doing this, to tell you the truth, because this was a big alligator. I have worked with a lot of alligators. I've back and jumped alligators, which is what that's called. When you jump on their back, you grab them behind the head, and if you can work your hands up to where you can close their jaws are actually very weak when it comes to opening them. The muscles that open the jaw are incredibly weak, so you can easily hold an alligator's jaws shut with your hands.
But instead, he turns on you there.
Closing pressure is incredibly strong.
I bet it is. And in fact, speaking of that,
I think I lost my footing there in the ditch. It was a little bit slippery, and I kind of lost my footing before I even, fell down and sort of put my hands on it sooner than I'd meant to.
Can we see your arm?
And jumped around, and it was a little out of my size range to be doing by myself. And I was kind of hoping that somebody else might jump on the back behind me, but apparently they didn't like that idea too much. And I don't hold that against them at all. I really wish I'd had some experienced help there with me. And this was not a good example. I'm sorry this was caught on video. It really is not a good example of, my best work.
That's all right, Fred.
Everybody around with a video camera and things go well.
Well, you're very brave to face an alligator and to come on TV and talk about it. So thank you so much for being with us. We really appreciate it.
Oh, sure.
Okay, coming up next, the fattening truth about your favorite restaurant burgers, including one that's equal to eating 5 Philly cheesesteak subs.